It's an incredible achievement. I'm so proud of our team to be able to deploy more than 1 million robots to our global fleet. Our 1 millionth robot here in Tokyo, we actually deliver it to a fulfillment center in Chiba here in Japan, a great region for us for sure. And the way that we see it is it's really a force multiplier for both safety for our employees and also for the efficiencies, getting those goods right to our customer's door on time at a low cost, just in time for Prime Day.
So when we talk about robots, I don't think of the Roomba. I think of C3PO, and that doesn't seem to be where we are quite yet. Certainly not in America, right? We don't have a bunch of humanoid androids running around. How far away is that, Ty?
Matt, you're speaking my love language because when I think of robots, I actually think of R2D2, not C3PO, because I do want to remind you who was in the back of the X-Wing fighter when Luke Skywalker had to go into the Death Star. That was R2D2. And why I love R2D2, and actually R2D2 was the inspiration for my entire career. It's because R2D2 helps a Jedi be more Jedi. And that's kind of the way that we view our robotics inside of Amazon. We see our robotics as an extension and amplification of what a person can do. Just like any great robot, it should be a tool centered around a person, right? So we put people at the center of the robotics universe. That's what we've done with 1 million robots that we've deployed out there, whether it's in mobility or manipulation. We are giving our frontline employees the right tool set in order to do their jobs more efficiently, and we're also creating more safety for them.
Ty, where's it all going? And I ask that if we're giving, increasingly you've got these robots, you've got AI, and all of this is assisting workers. Like, where's it all headed?
Yeah, it's well, I really do believe that we're pioneering the field of collaborative robotics. So as we continue to gain efficiencies, as we continue to create safety for our employees, we become more productive. That has clearly worked inside of Amazon and frankly for e-commerce, where we see that if you can build your robots in the right way, that amplifies human potential. And as a system that works with people, it's not people versus machines, but it's machines and people working together in order to do the job. We have really revolutionized that field. So what we have seen historically is the more robots that we have added, and this is now over 10 years plus since Amazon really got serious about robotics, we've created hundreds of thousands of new jobs, and we've also even created new job types. So where I see it going is that the onus is on us, roboticists, to build our machines in a way that is intuitive and natural for people to use, to build them with specific intent and the functions in order to help people do their jobs better. And my goal is to eliminate the menial, the mundane, and the repetitive. I aim to eliminate every single one of those tasks and allow people to think at a higher level and use the tool set in order to get the job done.
What kind of robots are helping you deal with, like, Prime Day, for instance? It's coming up. I think July 8th is when it kicks off. Massive shopping day for people around the world, but also for people in Amazon warehouses. I mean, do they have like an exoskeleton, like Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow, or is it actually a humanoid that's running around picking up orders and putting them in boxes to ship out?
Yeah, we think of function first before form, right? So when you say humanoid, that's really the form base, but the functions that we really index on in robotics is the ability to move items from one side of the warehouse to another, or manipulate items, or store, or sort, or identify and pack those items. That's really what we do. So if you were to walk into one of our fulfillment centers, you would see these little drive units moving goods at will. Thousands and thousands of these drive units moving our pods to a person in order to pick out those items. You would see robotic arms picking up heavy packages. These are the repetitive jobs that I speak of before, picking up heavy packages and moving those into sortation systems. You would see sortation drives moving to the right and correct spot in order to bring it to the truck. You would see a cute little robot that we call Proteus, and that's safety certified around people that can move these large containers of goods to the right truck at the right time. So it's really the symphony of people and machines working together, which is really incredible to see. And it's a very practical in a very practical manner. And that's something that I'm very proud of, because this application is really what's driving the fundamentals of robotics. It allows us to be adaptive and more modular, creating the safer environment for our employees, and also, frankly, gaining a lot of efficiencies.
Hey, Ty, it does look like, we're just showing some pictures out there for those who are watching us right now, and it does look like robots are increasingly becoming more, quote unquote, human-like in terms of standing up and having kind of appendages.
That's the form he doesn't want to talk about.
I know you don't, but I want to go to something. Times of London out. Andy Jassy, of course, your chief executive, sending a memo to staff in June saying he expected its corporate workforce would shrink as it rolls out AI. And this was the quote: "We will need fewer people doing some of the jobs that are being done today and more people doing other types of jobs in the next few years. We expect that this will reduce our total corporate workforce as we get efficiency gains from using AI extensively across the company." That's AI. But I do think about AI and robotics really increasingly merging. Replacing workers, how close are you guys to using more robots than humans in your warehouses?
Yeah, it's a great quote, first of all, and I do want to point out the difference between there's AI systems and there's physical AI systems, right? So you can think of an AI system as the digital chess that's in your computer, and you can play chess there. But physical AI is that you would want a system with a real chessboard in front of you, where you're actually picking up the pieces and moving those pieces, right? So this physical instantiation. And what we have seen is when we build the right tool set for our employees, what we do is we really increase productivity for our employees. And what that does is that allows us to invest more in two key areas. We invest in better collaborative robotics, right? A better tool set for our employees to use. And we also invest in our people. All right, we have upskilled more than 700,000 of our employees. It's really important to be mindful of upskilling. It's important to realize that jobs will change over time. There's no doubt about that. And our aim is to give our employees, in particular our frontline employees, the best tool set possible for them to do their jobs.
So I love that upskilling figure. And it sounds like you guys are prioritizing, certainly making sure your employees, they can kind of move up or move on to where you guys have demand and where you need workers. But I do want to go back to, is there a point where you do have more robots than humans in your warehouses? And are you close?
Yeah, I'd just be careful about the correlation, because imagine if you were, let's just say that you're a carpenter, right? What I aim to do is give that carpenter the best tool set possible. I don't really count the number of tools that they would have, but instead I would actually index on the effectiveness of those tools. Are we allowing that carpenter to do their art and create or build the house in a shorter amount of time with even higher quality and create a safer environment? So, I mean, we could index on the numbers. We're proud of the numbers that we have for sure, because it represents some really pioneering work by the many women and men, scientists and engineers that have designed them. But remember, we also manufacture these, so we have manufacturing jobs. Remember, we support these in the field. We deploy these live in the field. And then, of course, we have our frontline operators that we're very, very thankful for. So it's a full ecosystem that when you it's really a force multiplier. When you do robotics right, when you do robotics that extends a person's capability to do their job, amplifies the human potential, then you really have changed the game. And that's why today's 1 million, it's a 1 million force multiplier for our employees, for the benefit of our employees, and also for the benefits of our customers, because we know that they love to have the world's largest selection of goods. Robotics helps with that. We can actually, as compared to our manual buildings, we can store more than 40% more goods in the same footprint. We know that it fuels a lower cost that we can pass along to our customer because of the efficiency gains inside of our entire fulfillment chain. And we know it fuels the fast delivery times that we know our customers love.